What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, we're hanging out down here in the museum on a very cold Friday outside of the museum. We're nice and warm and toasty down here in the museum. And we got another fun one for you. A question, if you will, a mystery, if you will. We've been trying to make some sense out of this. We've gotten a lot of feedback from subscribers and fellow collectors, and it's just been a lot of talk about the Freddy Krueger variant brown glove figure. What was the purpose for this figure being made, due to the fact that we already had a Freddy Krueger figure that came with a green glove? And we've heard everything from that. Well, the green glove is not accurate to the movie, so MEGO wanted to make a correct version or an accurate version of the glove, which was brown in the movie. We heard there were licensing issues with the Freddy figure, that the Freddy figure would not be produced any longer. Then MEGO comes out with a variant version with the brown, or we call it the brown variant version for the sake of this this video. So we heard a lot. And one thing I think, guys, is that I love variants. I love the nostalgic attachment that it has to these figures, to these variant figures. I love the mystery. I love why we're doing this very video right now is because of the mystery and the intrigue, the conversation that it sparks. They are excellent conversation pieces here. So everyone has their own story. We're just trying to make some sense out of it. Why would MEGO create another Freddy figure? The popular thing that I'm hearing more from collectors is that they didn't want another Freddy Krueger figure. They just didn't want it. MEGO made it anyway. So for the people that are big Freddy Krueger fans, that's fantastic. But for the most part, a lot of the collectors I talked to said they really didn't want a Freddy, another Freddy Krueger figure. They were pretty much happy with the first one. I believe Andy Kovac, I believe, did the head sculpt, which is absolutely fantastic. Rachel Baker did the clothing. Rachel Baker is we know Rachel Baker is a bona fide superstar with MEGO. Her seamstress work is second to none. It's just fantastic. But for the most part, we were happy with this first MEGO figure. Now, being a museum curator and owner of a museum, I want the variants. So things like this, you know, we jump at, especially being a collector. So I saw the brown gloved Freddy Krueger figure at Walmart, and I kept seeing them there, and I kept seeing them there. So I finally picked them up because I did want one to add to our museum, so we could actually say, I like being able to say, hey, I have both versions, you know, and that's it's, call it bragging rights or whatever you want to call it. It's fun for me to have both. But like I said, being a curator of a museum, we are all about the historical value of these MEGO figures and what they represent. So, but we just want some form of clarification on why MEGO made two versions of a Freddy Krueger figure when the majority of MEGO collectors were happy with the first one. Because let's be honest, guys, they didn't go that far out as far as variant wise. Yes, the gloves are different, without question. Let's bring these guys in a little bit so I don't have to keep doing that to you guys. So the gloves are different by color only. Here's the green version. I have about 4 of these guys, the green glove versions, because I ordered from Big Bad Toy Store when these guys first come out. I am a Nightmare on Elm Street fanatic, huge fan. Saw all of the movies at the theaters when they were first released, so love it. And here is the brown glove version. Now you will notice with the brown glove version, Freddy, and this is once again, this is Rachel's work with the clothing. His sweater is darker in tint. It's darker. Our first Freddy green glove version is his sweater is lighter, much darker for, and you can almost say it's screen accurate. But the second version, brown glove version, is darker. His sweater's darker. Hat looks a little shinier than the first version. But I want to say, for the most part, he got, here's some a little bit more paint job on the slacks on his pants. But for the most part, that's where the similarities pretty much end. Maybe the head's a little less shinier on this one, head sculpt wise. But I believe it's the same head sculpt. Guys, why do you think MEGO created another Freddy? Now, was it because of demand? That's another thing. People wanted, MEGO probably wanted to get more fans of this figure, get this figure out to them. What's your take? Do you own both versions? That's a good question. Do you own both versions of this figure? We want to hear all that, guys. Leave your comments and opinions right underneath this video in the comment section. We're just down here. We're trying to figure out, why did MEGO create two versions of the Freddy Krueger figure? And we'll turn these guys around. There are some differences in the card art on the back. Not a lot, but there are some variations here. Here's the first Freddy. You can see the picture of Freddy on the back is much bigger. Here on the second version, you actually have Freddy Krueger here, a little logo there, and it's more boxed off. The picture of him is more blown up and boxed off, if you will. Same trivia question. Same special thanks, Dr. MEGO, Andy Koval, Rachel Baker. So, like I said, I was hearing that there was some licensing issues involved, but that still doesn't tell me why we needed two versions of this Freddy. If you're going to do two versions, I've heard a lot of people say, if you're going to do a different version or variant, give him a different outfit. Especially if you have the absolute fantastic superpowers of Rachel Baker, who can create any outfit that she desires. Wouldn't it be cool to put this variant version of Freddie in maybe a different colored sweater from another part of the movie, or a different outfit from a different part of the movie or one of the different movies that he was in? And if you want to get, my idea would have been, if you really want to get crazy, give him just a different colored sweater, like a black and white sweater, or a green sweater with something different on it. Something unique, something collectible wise that would make collectors want this figure. Because I think that the problem is a lot of the collectors' response was, well, I have the first one. I have the first one. Absolutely have no desire to buy the second one. And that was a lot of collectors' response. Now, if this was for international sale and international purposes to get it to our international brothers and sisters, collectors, that was fantastic too. But you can pretty much still find this guy. So it's not, he's not that difficult to find. But we're just trying to figure out why. And if someone has the answers, Dr. MEGO, Joel, somebody chime in to the video, leave your comment, explain it to us. That's the fun part about, collecting. And the fun part about MEGO is that MEGO makes themselves very accessible to their fan base. You can reach out to them. You can talk to them. So let's see what they have to say about it. But I wanted to reach out to you guys first and foremost by way of this video and see what you guys thought about it. Was there a need for a variant Freddy Krueger? Your thoughts, your opinions, how do you feel about it? Do you have both of these figures? Do you even like the Freddy figure? We want to hear all that, guys. More fun on the way, guys. You know the routine. God bless. And keep collecting.